Hi there. In this Microsoft Office video, I'll look at how we can add images to a PowerPoint presentation, and then we'll take a quick look at the slide master so that we can alter everything at once in our entire presentation. So I'm just going to open up PowerPoint. I'm using Office 365. There's the last presentation I worked with. And if I click on every slide but the title slide, this is the title slide. By the way, if you look at the layout here, notice the title slide is selected. It tells me that's the title slide. I'm going to choose that slide, the next slide. That is to content. So anytime I add an image alongside text, I will always use the to content layout, and there's a very good reason for that. So I'm just going to use add an image. So you've got online pictures, this is pictures from file, online pictures. We can add video, which I'll show you later on, smart art, chart, and table. So I'm going to use this online pictures in Windows 2010. If you're running Office 365, you'll also have a stock images link as well. I'll just use online, and so compelling material. I'm just going to try and see if I can find compelling material. Anything that matches that will work. Oh, there we go. See if that works. There we go. And I'm going to do the same thing for all of my slides. So if I click on this next one, notice I also have a to content layout there. And I'll do this for every slide in the presentation. Alright, so now I've got an image on every single slide. Again, I made sure I had to content for each slide, and then I chose the online images, did a search for something that matched my subject. Now if you wish to change your image, it's as simple as clicking on the image, pressing delete, and then the placeholder reappears. So you can just choose online pictures again and type in your search term. So I'm going to switch it to this one here. That's a diagram of a database, by the way. So now I'm going to show you why I want to add images in that way instead of choosing insert pictures. We can also do it this way. Now I'm going to take a look at something called the slide master. So if I go to view, slide master, this allows me to edit every single piece of content on every single slide of a particular layout. So notice we have the master layout, we have a title slide here, and then since I had a slide that used the to content layout selected, it is the one that's selected when I came to the master. So I'm going to animate the title, the text, and the image. I want the image to come in first, so I'm going to animate that first and see what happens. So since the image was created via this placeholder, I just animate the placeholder. Every image in the presentation that was inserted via the placeholder will also be animated. So I'll choose that, and I can just click anywhere in that placeholder. I'm going to choose animations, and I'm going to use fade in for everything. But notice that we have a whole bunch of options. You can try them all out if you like. Fade in is the most mild. So that fades in, and I'll do the same thing with my title. Fade. And I'll do the same thing with my content. Fade. And notice that the animations get little numbers next to them. So this one has 1. All of these, if I have multiple points inside of this content placeholder, they'll all come in at once. All these ones will come in at once, and then this will come in at once. We do have other options, however, so if I want each point to come in separately, this will be on a spacebar or mouse click, or we can set up automatic timings. I'm going to choose Effect Options and by paragraph. So each item should come in separately. So again, I animated this via the slide master, via the two content layout. So I'm just going to take a look at what this looks like. So I'm just going to create my slideshow here. It's a little big, but I did not add an animation to that very first title slide. So you see it just came in at once. So I'm just going to click on my right arrow key on my keyboard. That opens up my next slide. Now I'm going to hit my space bar, and you'll see the first thing that comes in is the image, and it fades in. Click on my space bar again, in comes the title, and then each point comes in on a mouse click or a click of the space bar. I go to my next slide, I can just continue clicking on my space bar, brings in the slide, click on my space bar, in comes the image, in comes the title, in comes each point. So it's able to animate every object on every slide with basically 6 clicks. One to click on the placeholder, one to choose the animation. Actually 9 clicks. One to choose the placeholder, one to click on that drop-down animation, then one to choose the animation. But every single object is animated, and that's why you want to choose the objects that you insert into a slide via a content placeholder. We do have other options, and I will show those to you. In the situation where you insert images without the placeholder, you'll have to remember to animate them if you wish them to be animated. To leave my presentation, I just hit escape. I'm back at my presentation. One more thing, it is a little tricky to leave the slide master once you're in it. You have to go back to the view menu and then go back to the normal view via the view menu. Now I'm back in normal view. That's inserting images, as well as taking a look at the slide master and animating each object on a slide via the slide master. Thanks so much for watching.